Chapter 33. Billy peeked over his shoulder to spy Bigfoot. Again. It was like going on a date with a supermodel. He needed to be certain he wasn't dreaming. Bigfoot's chestnut hair was not matted, which surprised Billy, but yet covered his body in locks that only appeared as if the fur was stuck together. Furthermore, the hair was glossy and rich, seemingly soft. Billy wanted to touch it, gently. Had it not been for the gunshot wound, Billy could see that this creature was healthy and magnificent, and Billy's heart hurt, followed by something that could only be described as anger and resentment. "Billy," Harrison said, never breaking stride and steadying himself by holding trees as he descended the hillside. "Yes?" "Where will we put him?" "I think he will fit in the very back," Billy said. "He'll have to. We can't walk all the way to Tom's farm." "If someone stops us?" "He'll need to be covered." "Two things, okay? He might not like it, first of all," Harrison said. "He'll know. I think it will be okay." "Fair enough. Second thing, he, really smells." Billy considered the comment. Could Bigfoot be offended? He doubted it. Bigfoot smelled as if he'd been in the wild, sort of like John the Baptist. Yes, he did have a wild smell, overlaid with the aroma of a new penny, probably from his bleeding wound. Yet the smell was one that a human could probably grow accustomed to, like farmers to livestock when they work around them daily. "Maybe roll down a window?" Billy offered. Harrison didn't ask any more questions and continued walking. "What do we do about Tinker?" Rink asked. She was ahead of Billy, in more ways than one, and didn't even turn around to ask the question. "Let's do one thing at a time," Billy said. He hadn't gotten very far in his thought process. Then another thought occurred to him. "We have to take care of our friend. He's a witness Tinker would probably like to eliminate." Bigfoot let out a small sound, just loud enough for the team to hear, a sort of grunt and vocalization like a person makes sometimes when they are drifting to sleep, and then stopped, his eyes looking off into the trees. "A car?" Billy asked. "That popped into my mind as well," Gable said. "I didn't hear anything." "He did, though," Billy said, "and that's what matters. His senses are 100 times better than ours." "The road is about a mile from here," Gable said. "The van a little closer." As if continuing was not what he desired, but yet realized as a task that must be done, Bigfoot lowered his head and looked up once more with resolve before beginning to walk again. The journey was becoming more difficult. He was still losing blood. The sand in the hourglass of his life was trickling down. They continued for a few minutes before Robo spoke. "Let me go on down to the van to make sure everything's okay. If anyone is around, I'll say I don't know where everyone else is." The team and Bigfoot stopped and let Robo proceed. Gable sat where he was, crossing his legs before dislodging his backpack. He shook his head back, running his fingers through his hair to pull his long locks behind his ears, and seemed disinterested in their new team member. Rink sat also and continued stealing glances at the Bigfoot. Her eyes belied the fact that each time she did so, she looked away and seemed to be processing information as her eyes went to some distant, invisible place. Harrison and Petra smiled in his direction, amiable and caring. Bigfoot was too immersed in his own agony to display any emotion other than pain. A few moments later, Robo returned, and when he was close enough to speak, he beckoned them to proceed. If any human being was close enough to be a threat, the Bigfoot made no indication, if he had been able to at this point, and no one could be certain. They slowly made their way to the van. Robo opened the back and unfolded a big gray tarp. Billy turned to face the Bigfoot. "Can you get inside? We'll cover you so no one can see. We want to take you to our friend Tom. He can help. Without raising his eyes, the Bigfoot did as instructed and climbed inside, folding his big legs under him. The van sagged and creaked under his weight. Will it carry us all? Harrison asked. I don't know if it will even drive. It has to, Billy said. No, it doesn't have to, Harrison said. I could stay behind. Billy considered the comment. I'll do whatever you want me to as well, Petra added. Billy continued to think. He needs help. Quick. Are you sure? Billy asked. Both of them nodded. Keep your phone and radio handy. Thank you. He walked to Petra and hugged her before releasing and going to shake Harrison's hand. The Bigfoot began to lean his upper body down into the van and suddenly stopped, startling Billy and causing him to stand upright. The Bigfoot raised his left hand slowly, then reached toward Billy, who watched the massive extremity grow closer, expecting at any moment that a frightened blow might be delivered. In his heart, Billy was sure that wouldn't happen. He reached for Billy's hand, and when he took it, he placed it on his massive chest and moved it to let Billy stroke his hair. Soft indeed, before leaning down to lie on the carpeted interior. The remaining team members covered Bigfoot gently, closed the back, and jogged around to load inside. Petra and Harrison watched them maneuver the vehicle onto the trail and depart, wondering what the future held, before walking toward the road.